Bunch of drunk old British. 손흥민! Especially with Korea and other countries that like making their way into British football essentially.
Yeah.
안녕하세요. 저는 영국에서 온 리치입니다.
안녕하세요. 저는 영국에서 온 이민으로 갑니다.
I love football.
I wish I did because it would make my dating life easier. I don't. Every guy's like, you like soccer and I'm football, and I'm like,
Is there not more baseball here though?
but they never ask me for like.
Favorite player? Obviously, my favorite team has to be my hometown, which is Swansea City. Favorite player? Gareth Bale originally, a very famous Welsh footballer who played for Real Madrid and now plays with Songham in Tottenham.
The more you know, the more you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we've had dinner a few times. Just some chat, just had some tea.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
tea.
I would probably say that people would think that he's probably one of the best in the league. Definitely one of the top 5 at least.
Really?
Yeah, especially the past couple of years. I definitely think also Tottenham as a team themselves have been getting more recognised for their manager and their players. And with the addition of Songham, I think they've pretty much gone to like really top level, especially in the UK.
To be fair, I know that he sells everything out. It's not just something it sells out. Probably more popular in Korea than most K-pop idols, for sure. 그 팬클럽까지 있어요.
That makes sense because especially now, Songham and Harry Kane, they did like amazing partnership. So I think out of all the players, I think those two, especially with Songham like with the goals and assists, definitely. I can see that being true.
I remember reading about him like carrying the team on his back.
I guess if they know football in the UK, they know Songham. Definitely. Just very loud, very crazy. Bunch of drunk old British. Songham!
Football's a very man sport in the UK. In America, it's actually quite a female sport. A lot of girls play football. In the UK, it's very acceptable that a girl is not interested in football.
Oh, this is a train?
I think it's a train.
감사합니다.
See you later. Nice one, Sonny.
I'm so sorry.
Nice one, Sonny.
Yeah.
Nice one, Sonny.
Oh my god. He thinks that he's son as well.
Lovely. Definitely, I think in the UK, especially in the football world, he's probably a massive star right now. So I guess it just really does show. And to me, that's not really a shock. Like I would expect people to go and take pictures with him, especially if they're Tottenham fans, which I'm guessing that was in London, so maybe they were Tottenham fans. I'm not surprised that it's happening, but it's obviously a nice thing to see that, especially with Korea and other countries that like making their way into British football essentially.
Yeah.
I support a different team.
Oh.
Usually I wouldn't go to a different team's player and take a photo and
You would take a picture with Sonny.
If Songham himself was in front of me, I would be like, son, please, picture. Yeah, of course, yes. His back is like, son, this is son. A sign, poster, then maybe not quite. British people with the Korean flag appeared at the British Stadium. I'm guessing a Tottenham fan holding it for Son.
It's red.
With like a flag? No. But maybe shirts? Yes. So actually, I guess this is a bit different because I was in Korea, but I went to watch one of the Korean World Cup games in Daejeon World Cup Stadium. And what they did, they had a Daejeon football game before, and then you could watch the World Cup game on the screen. So I bought a Korean shirt and I went and was wearing a Korean shirt. But in the UK, you can see many different countries' flags, but usually it's people from those countries who support the team who have come over to watch it. But I'm guessing this is not the case with this
but I
man.
guess it kind of makes sense because he's a Korean player, so he's probably like they're trying to support.
Because then Songham will see that and be like, oh, it's for me.
You know, if they want to sign to him, they either do that or they have a flag with his face on it. So I think that for them it makes more sense to show their support with a Korean flag.
I definitely think, especially with football, it could be either one or two things. Either the fans get like aggressive because their team is losing and they fight, or it could be like this where you don't know people. You start talking to the people. There have been times where I've been at a football game in the UK and I really wanted to go to the bathroom but didn't want to put the drink on the floor. So the person I didn't know held it for me. He's like, oh, just give it here and I'll hold it, and when you come back, I'll give it back to you. I can see that, but it's interesting that that man knows that the flag was wrong. I wouldn't know if the Korean flag was the wrong way around. Like I know each corner is very different, like the different lines. I feel a bit different because most people would just get a shirt with his name on it, and maybe they would either turn their back to show the name or maybe have a separate shirt that they can hold up. I don't think I've seen the flags like this especially a lot. Like I once had a shirt of Ki Sung-young because he was a great player when he was at Swansea for 1 or 2 seasons. So I had a shirt, but I wouldn't not have held a Korean flag.
But then I think he has, I think when he scored goals, he would have the Korean flag and like really pridefully, he really connected with the Korean flag, the of being one of his symbols.
I'm curious if when Park Ji-sung was a player, if the same happened to him. Because I wonder if it's just times are changing and British people are knowing more about Korea compared to when Park Ji-sung was a player. So I wonder if it's also that they know what the Korean flag is, go get one and like show their support. Maybe it could be just that the UK is knowing more about Korea as well. If they scored against my team, oh, what is my team doing? He should not have scored. I would love it if Son Heung-min played for my team. Sadly, we don't have any money for that. Of course, I would love it if he played for us, but if he's playing against us, that game, no. So today we talked about British fans supporting Son Heung-min by holding the Korean flag and yes, supporting Son Heung-min.
If you liked the video, please like, subscribe, write in the comments or what you think, and see you next time. Bye!
Bye.